Welcome back, everyone. Perseverance pays. So I am back at the Whiskey Springs trailhead of the Appalachian Trail. There's the stairs behind me. So my husband just dropped me off. It is about 10 minutes to 4. So this is the section that I hiked on Tuesday. But I'm hiking in to the Alec shelter tonight, and I'm going to spend the night there, and then I will be hiking into Boiling Springs area tomorrow. So let's get on the trail. Just stopping for a second to catch my breath and get a drink. So, just came from there. Well, my husband dropped me off as I was getting my pack on and getting ready. Young woman passed me. I'm assuming she was a through hiker. And then there was a gentleman that I passed, a day hiker, who basically, he was parked where I was dropped off. He basically did the hike that I did on Tuesday. So he was at the shelter, and he said at the time there was no one there. So I'm assuming that's where that girl was heading. But it's still early. She could be pushing on to Boiling Springs. So unless somebody comes in southbound or someone passes me, and maybe I'll be the first one there. Who knows? But anyways, I'm gonna get back hiking. It's hotter today than it was on Tuesday. Tuesday was in the mid-70s. Today it's in the mid to upper 80s. So, but there's a nice breeze and it's shady, and my buff that I either wear around my neck or on my head, that's wet. So that helps to keep me cool. So let's get back on the trail. So a little while ago, a hiker passed me. He was a section hiker. He doesn't have a trail name yet. He said he did 800 miles, the first 800 miles of the trail last year. And now he's out this year doing as much as he can in the time that he has. So he said if he finishes this year, it'll be a miracle. So he's actually, though, on his way into Boiling Springs. He's going to stay at the hostel there. So right now I am descending the first mountain. And they're smaller mountains. They're not like I know the mountain that goes up to Darlington. It's a much bigger mountain, but even though it's hot, it really doesn't feel. Maybe it's just there's a low humidity or the breeze. It doesn't feel as hot as they say it is, which I'm not complaining, because I am normally not a hot weather person. So. Definitely a beautiful day, though. Let's continue on. Okay, so to catch my breath and to get a drink. I'm working my way up the second climb. I know I'm almost there. Past another through hiker, Sparky. He passed him a little ways, maybe 5-10 minutes ago. He said it was like less than a mile to the water source. He has the Far Out app, which is something I'm definitely going to get in the future. But and I'll explain what that is in a future video. But I asked him if he was going to the shelter, and he said he's probably just going to hang out in the forest for the night. So, seemed like a really nice guy. So, but I'm almost to the top. Once I get to the top, the trail is pretty cruisy until I get to the water source. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at that water source and fill up the bladder that's in my pack. For tomorrow, it's easier to fill it just before I get to the shelter than it is to take it out of my pack and take it down to the water source. And I'll still take the I'll still go to the water source there for the water that I need for the night, for my drinking water and my dinner. So, but anyway, now that I caught my breath and I had a good drink, I'm gonna finish this climb. It's so pretty through here. So pretty. There was a water source here. I could pitch a tent and just look at this view. So, all right, let's keep on hiking. So making my way down. I'm almost to the water source. You see the ravine down there. It's down there. So, just taking my time. Going down the mountain. Oh, there's actually, I see someone down there. I think that is possibly that hiker I passed or someone else at the camp. So, all right, let's get hiking. So, quick update. I stopped to fill my bladder, and unfortunately my squeeze bag to my Sawyer ripped. It's my dirty water bag, and it's not an issue because I have a water bottle that I can put water in and it filters it, so I can still filter water. But I don't know how much water I got in my bladder. So, but I'm not in a hurry tomorrow, so if I have to go to the water source twice, I'll do that. So, but I got a drink, took my pack off for a while, and I just have, maybe 0.1, 0.2 up to the shelter trail and then into the shelter. So I'm almost there. And right now it is 6:30. I was hoping to be at the shelter by 6:30, and if I hadn't stopped for water and taken this short break, I would have been. So, ready for the last climb. There's a deer. It stopped. I heard a lot of rustling and, oop, there he goes. Cool. So, all right, almost there. Okay, my tent is set up. It's like really close to the shelter. When I got here, there's one other gentleman here. He hiked in from Harper's Ferry. But when I got here, I sat at the shelter and debating, do I want to set my tent up or do I want to sleep in the shelter? But I always sleep better in my tent. And I'm not in a hurry tomorrow. So I'm going to go down to the spring, get my water for the night, and then go get my dinner and get to bed. So I'm in my tent for the night. When I was down at the spring getting my water, a young kid came, probably in his 20s. So the older gentleman that's here, he's 82 years old. His trail name is Trek, and he has been hiking the Appalachian Trail since 1973. This is his, I think he said his 6th time doing it. So, and then the other young man that's here, his trail name was Sandman. So we had dinner together, and I had to hike a little bit further down for the spring. Last year when I was here, there was a lot of water, but now it's just a dry creek bed, and I have to go down. And because I don't have my Sawyer Squeeze dirty bag, tomorrow I might have to go down and get just a little bit more water. But that's not a big deal. It's not very far down, and I just need a little bit. So, but anyways, it's I got both sides of my fly in my tent open to get a cross breeze tonight. It's not supposed to rain, so I'm going to get some sleep, and I will see you all in the morning.